Good morning, everyone. It's Fox time, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing this morning? I understand it's a little bit early to be playing Monster Hunter. But you guys know how it is. You guys know that I typically do Wednesdays during the day. Hello, Dave. How's it going? I'm going to give you all a chance to wake up. Or we start anything. I said before we start anything. Also, I'm waiting for the game to update because I didn't do that last night. So it might take a minute for us to actually start getting into the game. It's going, it's better than bad. Megatron. More like my new hat. Exactly. How's it going? Free Comet. So it's going to be a minute before we can actually start playing the game. Because the game is updating for me right now. But there has been a big change. Not too bad. Alright, alright. So, for those who follow me on Twitter, which, if you don't already, you should, I put out that my internet has been upgraded. Now what I mean by that is, it turns out our provider screwed up. In what way? You might wonder. It's actually very simple. So it turns out, we were supposed to have 2 routers. This entire time we were meant to have 2 routers. And we have only had one for the entire house. Ever since we moved in here, we only had the one when we were supposed to have 2. Have you guys ever seen that? Ever had that happen before? So that said, I now have a router in my own room. So hopefully that means the issues that we've been having these past few weeks are going to be solved. We're going to find out today, as it typically happens on Wednesdays. Like specifically Wednesdays, and I don't really get that. So yeah, internet should hopefully be solved. We can hope. We can dream. I also briefly want to talk about Wilds really quick. You know, like going forward. This is the final update for Wilds. this is going to be like the, as far as I know, the last major content. Sort of update. So because of that, likely after today, we're going to take a hiatus from Monster Hunter Wilds. Now I understand some of you guys just bought the game. And when I say hiatus, I mean streaming it. After today we probably won't be streaming Wilds again. Until the expansion, or if there's another pager update like another arch-tempered monster. Yes, pager update. That's totally what I said. I said major update. Now I'm not putting it on hiatus because I dislike Wilds. I absolutely really enjoy Wilds. But we have been playing it for a year. And again, this is going to be the last major content update until the expansion. So Wilds isn't getting the boot. It is just taking a break. In the meantime, I want to do that a community hardcore run of Monster Hunter Rise. I still need to ask you guys what system you will mostly play Monster Hunter Rise on. The only options for me are Nintendo Switch and PC. And thankfully because of the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm actually able to get stable performance. Especially for, you know, fights where there's a lot going on, like God. What else have I wanted to say? Right, at some point I also want to continue Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. We left off after finishing low rank village. And we still have high rank village. And we still have the entire hub. Which unfortunately I am going to have to do solo. There's no way to get the multiplayer to work for me unfortunately, and believe me, I've tried. Oh, hello, Fee, how's it going? So, a recap for anyone who's just hopping in. My Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be going on hiatus after today. So, or who knows how long. This will be the final stream for Monster Hunter Wilds, at least until the expansion. Tired as heck, but hang in there with the power of caffeine and spite. Very, very powerful motivators. So for future Monster Hunter Mondays, Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming up pretty soon. And I don't know how long the game is gonna be. If it turns out it's like a longer game, I'm probably gonna put Metaphor on the back burner. We're almost finished with Metroid Prime, thankfully. So scheduling won't be too bad. Once we finish that. But Metaphor will likely be put on the back burner if we end up doing Monster Hunter Stories 3. Final Fantasy 16, I don't know how long that's gonna take. Since we are also doing all the different side quests. Plus we also have the 2 DLC. We have Echoes of the Fallen and the Rising Tide. So that's going to add some more time to Final Fantasy 16. I'm a little scared about the Rising Tide though. Because Leviathan is a pretty tough boss. Especially the DPS check. I remember the first time we did the DLC for Final Fantasy 16, I actually got destroyed by the DPS check. It's also the fact that Leviathan does a lot of damage. And you really need to know what you're doing to fight him. Oh, I think the game finished updating. Oh, I did also hear that there was a performance patch. Or wilds today. For every system apparently. I'm pretty sure PC is benefiting the most right now. And the performance on PC is pretty much on par with console. Don't quote me on that though, I don't really play the PC version. So we got a bunch of stuff. We now have, what do you call it? We have all of the arch-tempered monsters. And we have the Monster Hunter Stories collaboration. Which we might also do that today, just for fun. It can run a little better on average PC builds and Steam Deck. Nice. I know one of you guys plays on Steam Deck. And that's kind of insane to me. We're back again. Everything is nice and pretty again. Okay, so let me put up the lobby ID for everyone. Before I, throw myself into absolute pain. There we go, lobby ID is on the screen and now in the chat. Everyone is free to join whenever. Though I don't expect you guys to. Who can really join since it's the morning. It's Wednesday. You know it's not the weekend. Yeah, I also saw we get more camps now. We get additional camps. I'm not sure if we really need them though. Like it's nice. They don't think we need them. Alright, so. Main goal today is to beat Arch-Tempered Megatron. That is the main goal. And to be honest, I kind of want to fight him myself. To see if it's at all possible. So, yeah. Right away I'm going to start with me suffering. Out of curiosity, is there a 9-star version? Or is he only 10-star? I would assume he's only 10-star. Yeah, he is okay. Where is the event quest for? The stories crossover.
See you again, Hunter.
Oh, they're side quests, okay. Makes more sense. Then we can do those later.
Yeah.
Right now we gotta fight in Megatron. This is gonna be painful. Okay, he starts all the way at the bottom.
Quest accepted.
For anyone who has already fought Arch-Tempered Megatron. Is there anything I should know? Like the why would you say that? Why would you say that to Megatron?
My hammer is yours anytime.
Because he's easy, usually. Or we're about to find out if that's still true.
Support you to the best of my ability. Good luck.
They're playing the main theme of the game. Hello, sir. Attack the wings to power it down. Oh god, that's me. That was scary. Sir, could you not invite me? The worst part is I know this is just phase 1. Because they showed in the trailer he has another mode. Okay, that's one wing down. There we go. Got him. Okay, I need my chocobo. I need to sharpen. I am locked in right now. Okay, how that hit me. Oh, hey, Tony. Tony beat him up. Tony is not doing so great. Oh, that's new. That's a new attack. Oh, okay. He's doing new stuff now. Hello Godzilla Harris, how's it going? Oh no. Oh no. I'm not doing great right now. I'm going to be real with you. Although it was like a short burst phase. Did he heal his wound? I can't tell. He quite literally walked into it. that's bad. That means I need to exploit wounds like immediately. That's fine.
I'm glad you're all right. Don't worry, you'll get him next time.
Game. I don't really need the tutorial messages. I know how to fight a Megaton. Yeah, that's one wing down. And that's both. Hey, no eating. Who said you're allowed to eat?
Quick, you can use that as slinger ammo!
I don't think I want to be a part of that. Yeah, that's what you get. You get your face broken. Hey, come over here. You fool. Wait, maybe I'm the fool. Ow, 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 okay. Tony, help me. You know what, Tony? Keep him still. Use your body and your life to keep him still. Thank you. Oh, he's tired. This is taking a while. This version of Megatron isn't a pushover. Oh, he's not tired anymore. Do I have elemental things around here? Think there's a few. I'm not finding it though. Alright, time for a plan. I need him to come over here. Come over to the track.
It's absorbing elements. Our belt is showing its true power.
That's me. Come over here. Come on. There we go. Okay, I couldn't have done anything there. Bring your head over here. No, stop it. Let me hit your face. There we go. That's what we want. You know, maybe I should have brought my great sword for this. This is just a mess of things happen. Maybe I should have brought the Dark Knight build instead. Since that can tank just about anything. Oh no, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sleep. No sniff. Wake me up. Okay, good night everyone.
All set.
Okay, stay asleep, sir.
Set a bomb.
Sleep for a moment. I heard a round open. Discussing I had insurance. Discussing I had insurance, that's totally what I said. I said it's a good thing I had it. Alright, I'll calm down now. Alright, that was a little unfair. Rat Halos helped me. He decided to leave. Okay then.
Have you restocked all your items?
Gonna have that ready. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's not fine. That's just rude. I feel like it's possible. I absolutely feel like it's possible. He just doesn't give you a lot of room to breathe. Need a plan? Oh, hello, Fee. Okay, what items do I have? I should probably take my Dark Knight items. Should probably take all these. Like we need to go unprepared. Healer on standby. I'd like to think I got pretty far by myself. So we can see how well we'll do when there's multiple of us. What's the combination for the bombs? Actually, no, I should be. Think about the combination. Or I'm running out of max potions. Okay. I'll focus on buffing myself, and I need traps. Focus on buffing myself as we start the quest. Oh, hello, Max. How's it going? I might as well take the wet fish fins, since that'll just speed up everything. You're doing good. That's good to hear. How are we? We just got destroyed. Oh yeah, I can also use my immunizers. That'll help with staying alive. Okay, Area 13 camp. That's the one we want to start with. Also make sure you eat for insurance. Defense is probably as high as it can go. Okay, hopefully we don't get absolutely destroyed this time. Alright, let's go. Not today. Okay, that temporarily knocks him down for like 1 second. I need to start using Perfect Rush. As much as possible. I also need to lock in. Please get knocked out. Appreciate it if you would be knocked out. Get knocked over. have one wing down. Chocobo. Coco Bow, I need you. Not today, sir. Okay, we're probably going to need that. Okay, sure. Just slap me. Yeah, I don't know where. When I couldn't do anything. You fool. You absolute fool. Walking. Shut up. I should shut up and stop insulting the monster. Okay. Now he's in angry boy mode. Angry boy mode is not very fun. That was way too close. Just in case. Okay, it's not going to let me grab anything. That's fine. Oh god. Okay, I need to move. Okay, sure. Round got to get it. We got to get the win. Unfortunately. This fight is kind of like the Guardian monsters, where we have to exploit rooms immediately. Cat's one wing down. Okay, I need to back off and sharpen. He does not want me doing that. Yeah, sure, I'll go for the tail. Why not? There we go. Okay. That means tail attacks will at least be less annoying. Not today, sir. You're staying knocked down. My regeneration is down. Let me get it back up. Yeah, get your head broken. You stinky. That's what I get for trying to counter-right this. Oh, okay. Sure. This is at least going better. Oh, hello, Mr. K. Yeah, at Megatron released. This is our second attempt at it. First attempt I tried to do it all by myself, but that was clearly a mistake. Oh, okay. He really tried killing me there. Okay, I couldn't have done anything about that. The armor is broken. It better be for how much effort this is taking. Okay, how that even hit me. Why that not work? Why did that not work? Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for pointing that out, Alma. Not really. We absolutely needed that reminder. I have a camp, don't I? The camp looked right where he is. Yeah, I do. I'm dead. Okay, don't even try bothering. Just don't.
Are you alright?
Try to block that
Take a
combo
second to
apparently.
restock your supplies before heading out.
Not with my current setup. Okay. I'm going to trap him. Well, I know how he feels about that. And he walks into the trap anyway. As a frog. Where's the frog? Where'd the froggy go? The frog can help us. Okay, rude. Are you? I can't even. It's because my stamina is low probably. Oh, wait. Didn't mean to. I swear. If this thing puts me in another unwinnable position, I'm going to freak out. I heard a wound open. That's really good. That is so good for us. Why aren't you near death yet? Why won't you die? I am almost out of recovery items. Are you finally calming down? Oh, he's almost dead. Okay. We're capturing him. Okay, thankfully I have a shock trap. Don't worry, I got traps. I don't have tranquilizers though. Do you have tranquilizers? We better head back to camp, son. Alright, I'll head back to camp. You hold him off. I'll be back. Can't believe out of everything I forgot to grab my tranquilizers. Okay, he's still almost dead. That's good. We did it. Only took us 2 tries. Oh my god. I'll be honest. He's hard, and in some ways he's kinda unfair. Maybe sword and shield just isn't a good weapon against him. Okay, that mind's eye is nice. We've done it.
Come on over.
We've officially beaten. I was going to say the hardest monster in Monster Hunter Wilds, but he's not Omega, so
How can I serve?
And now we can take a look at the armor. See if it's actually broken. Okay. Level 3 weakness exploit. On just the helmet. Convert element on the chest. Player and weakness exfoliate on the hands. Player on the waist. Player on the legs. The head and the hands, I would say, are the most broken parts of this armor set. Of course, also has guts and hasten recovery. The legs are actually pretty good too. Having 2 level 3 slots is pretty good. It's a song with armor set. It's just the fight is very little long.
My hammer is yours anytime.
But we managed to do it. My hair reminds you of Midnight from My Hero Academia. Is it who I'm thinking of, the lady with the black hair? I can kind of see it, and I'm not sure if I like that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to overwrite it. Yeah, that's fine. I can fix that. Well, we have officially maybe conquered Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't see the quest for having all 4 of the tempered monsters.
See you again, Hunter.
I don't see it. Is that something we like unlock? So how's it going, Brody Kaiser? Okay, we have 2 side quests to do, which are hopefully going to be easier.
Can't forget supplies.
Aren't you investigating the frenzy too? We should go together. As exhausted as you are, nope, not gonna happen. Oh, good. Backup has arrived. So,
Hello.
you agree with me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What am I agreeing to?
There, see? Well, I've got stuff to attend to. See ya. Something wrong, Mina?
Yeah. The number of powerful frenzied monsters is on the rise. Haven't you noticed? I've barely slept because I've had to run around hunting them and collecting their samples. And I tried to invite Nadia along when I saw her in the cliffs. I mean, it's not often you get to rope a bona fide hero into your investigation.
What's this stuff she's busy with?
No idea. After the clash with Gogmazios, I really thought she and I had broken the ice.
Right, but maybe you do need some rest.
What? Come on, you both worry too much. Anyway, gotta run. If you feel like it, try and knock out some of those Vespa unit quests.
Delete the quest frenzy obscured.
Yes!
What the? Hello. That's a little scary. Okay, I need to bring ice. And then fire.
I'm happy to help.
And I think the spider is also weak to fire. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't want to drink that. Okay, whatever. I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles X. So I'm used to pushing the square button to bring up my map. That is a bit of a scary quest though. Okay, since we're probably going to deal with best boy first. Should probably start with using my bow. And I also need hot drinks, I think. Or I'm sorry. Hot chocolate. I have way too many items in my inventory. I don't really need the soul of the Pictomancer. You know what, considering this is gonna be
Commencing quest now.
probably our last stream for Monster Hunter Wilds for a while. I think now is actually a good time to I guess, give it a proper review. Like the base game is now 100% finished. So it's probably a good time to talk about my feelings of the game. And also, and I guess just like everything that's happened with it. Because we've been playing this for a year and it has changed a lot in that time. You know. So I guess I should. Well, first I want to say, in case like I ever turn this into a video or it gets clipped or whatever, I want to say that I am speaking purely my own mind here. I'm just giving my own opinion, my own thoughts on the game. I forgot I could actually return to camp in the middle of a fight. Something I kind of don't like, but it's whatever. I'll get into that. Let me see. Here we go. I need to separate them so that way I can deal with them individually. So as I was saying, all my thoughts are my own. You guys don't have to agree with them. You don't have to disagree with them. Just like this is just me speaking about how I feel about the game and all that. So I do really enjoy this game. And I feel like that's pretty apparent with the fact that we've been playing this for a year now. Of course, we took like a break here and there, once we've done everything we could at the time. But I'm also very biased, because I just really enjoy Monster Hunter, and I have 4. The over like 10 years that I have been playing these games. And Wilds isn't really an exception to that, honestly. It's still Monster Hunter, and it's still a good game if you ask me. There are things I don't super like about it. And it's far from my favorite Monster Hunter game. But I don't like super dislike it or anything. So that said, I do like a lot of the things that they've added into the game. I do like that. Weapon skills and armor skills are separate things. And I understand that for a lot of people. And feel very limiting. But to me, it kind of makes sense, you know. And it absolutely exists as a way to accommodate for the weapon switching system. Which is something else I actually like. Even if it's kind of a pain to build for two weapons at the same time. In trying to figure out common ground between them. I do think there's a lot of satisfaction in that. Do I think it could be better? Yeah. I do think. Actual amount of skills we have. Like at a time is a little bit much. But that's more if like you. Shove as many like. Different kinds of skills as possible. I feel if you like focus down a bunch of things like you know. Weakness exploit and a part breaker and things of that nature. It's not nearly as bad. That said, talking about the gameplay. And I guess, by extension, the difficulty. I am kind of the belief that difficulty in Monster Hunter doesn't necessarily matter all that much. If that makes sense to you guys. Like here's the thing about playing these games. When you play a Monster Hunter game for the very first time, it's going to be hard, right? Like it's not going to be an easy game, easy experience. I think that's just a fact, right? But that's because you're new. Like you're being thrown into a world with a lot of unfamiliar things and unfamiliar systems. And there isn't really anything like Monster Hunter. I mean, sure. There have been attempts to, like, you know, replicate Monster Hunter. But there's nothing else really like it. I think that holds true even for Wilds. But after you play your first Monster Hunter, after you get used to how these games play, it's not nearly as difficult. I mean, of course, Generation 1 and Generation 2 are technically difficult, but they're difficult for different reasons, right? Generations 1 and 2 are difficult because we haven't really figured things out yet, you know. That and there's just a lot of like very janky things. So they're more difficult, yes, but the problem is, they're not difficult in a fun, fair way if you ask me. They're more difficult because of the limitations of their systems. And I know. It's weird saying that they're limited when a few of the games were on PlayStation 2, which is considerably better than PlayStation Portable. But my point is more like, you know. On the PlayStation 2, they were still figuring things out. And the PSP is a lot more limited. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm tough. I'm here to talk about Wilds, not other Monster Hunter games. But I do think that helps to make a frame of reference that once you play one Monster Hunter game, you have knowledge on how to play all of them. But I still ultimately believe that being hard and being challenging isn't really the main focus of Monster Hunter. The main focus of Monster Hunter has and always been the multiplayer. And I'm actually really grateful that you guys have all joined me or playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Because I'm sure I wouldn't have had as much fun playing this game if I was doing it by myself. I mean, I'm playing by myself now, but it's not really the point. So talking about the actual gameplay, it's Monster Hunter. I don't think there's really much for me to say. Of course there is a big change with all the zones being open. Well, relatively more open in comparison to the other games. The structure being really different for the story. I understand these are all pretty big changes. But at its core is ultimately still Monster Hunter. It's still you go out and fight a monster, you kill it. You make stuff from it. And then you fight bigger and better monsters. It's still ultimately the same. And I don't really think there's much reason to pretend it's such a drastic shift from the previous games. The changes they brought to Wilds aren't super drastic. The biggest change I personally can think of would be the skill system and technically the focus mode. Which I'll touch on focus mode and the wounding system in a moment. Those are really the biggest changes I can think of when it comes to Monster Hunter Wilds. That and you know that free roam hunting is very different compared to, you know, previous games. Also, Best Bully is doing a lot of damage to me. He's going crazy. Anyway, I don't really have much to say about like how the weapons themselves are. Because, like, it's Monster Hunter. It is following. What do you call it? What world established? This is essentially Monster Hunter World 2. In the fact that it's just continuing where World left off. I know some people are probably going to disagree with that, but I do feel it's pretty true. But again, that's just how I feel. Any other change is more, you know, weapon specific. And there's a lot of nuance in that and. I don't play every weapon, so I am not equipped to, you know, properly talk about how much all the weapons changed. I mean, bow has changed a lot. It's also technically HASM because you're still doing the same sort of cycle at the end of the day. At least with how I play it. I don't know how you guys play the bow. You know, I'm still doing the same old combos that were established since World. You keep firing until you have charge 3. Then dodge. Power shot. Power shot. Yeah, you know. Like it's all the same stuff that was established from World. That said, focus mode. I don't particularly mind it. And I don't mind the wounding system. But, part of that is like every game they try something different, you know. Every mainline game they try something new. You know, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. It was the underwater combat. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, it was adding more verticality to the maps. And, you know, improving the climbing. Then a Monster Hunter. Is it Monster Hunter World, you know, introduced open zone maps as opposed to, you know, the loading screen maps that we've had for years. Each game introduces something different and sometimes they land, sometimes they don't. I feel like the wounding system is an improvement on the wounding system from World. Specifically its expansion. I do think it is a massive improvement. On that note, I also think the roster in this game is just better. In a lot of ways. I do think there is greater variety in the monsters this time around. Although I also wouldn't say it has as much variety as Rise. At least not right now. Of course, one thing with this game, and this kind of annoys me. It's hard to talk about this game without talking about the performance on PC. And to some extent on console. But console had it better. I will say that it had it much better. That's typically the case with new games. Now this is not me saying you should excuse the or optimization on PC. Like by all accounts, that shouldn't be excused. This is not me arguing. If the PC version was actually that bad or not. Keyword was. Because they have updated it. And it is running relatively similarly to console. Why did I roll into that? Of course, it also depends on the PC. And what have you. PCs are a lot more complicated than people give them credit for. And there isn't really a one-size-fits-all, if that makes sense. For PC, there's a lot of different makes. There's a lot of different variables when it comes to PC. And you can't really account for everything. Now that said, the launch version of the PC version was absolutely bad. I don't think that's ever been in question. And you're going to be hearing that from a lot of people who are now saying it took them an entire year to fix the game. How could they? It should have been fixed at launch. Or it should have been running okay at launch. Which, yeah, absolutely should have. But at the same time, I also could have abandoned it. Should they have abandoned it? Well, absolutely no. And of course, as we know, they didn't. That is an option that was on the table for them. I don't think people really realize that. If they really wanted, they could have just said, yeah, we give up. Or, you know, the higher-ups in Capcom could have been like, yeah, we're not going to try and salvage this. So, From my perspective. As yeah. The stinky console player, I suppose. By all accounts. They could have just let it rot. And of course, it's easy to say. It took them a year, and that's not great. And yeah. But at the same time, they were also adding more content into the game. And updating it for other systems. Like PC was not the only thing that needed attention. Like they clearly had a plan to update. To continuously update the game and add content to it. The optimization. I don't think they really expected. I don't think they really expected to have to like really fix up the game. Like I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. I don't think they noticed what was bad with the game until after the fact. Or, you know, until they started the beta tests and people noticed a lot of issues. But that's me being generous. That's me giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because making games is hard. Especially today. Or well, today for you guys. But the game is in a much better shape now. In terms of, well, pretty much everything, really. But you are also gonna see people. They're the same people who are complaining last year. You're going to see them also saying that. Oh, it's unforgivable that it took them this long, or it's still unforgivable that it happened in the first place. And this is also coming from people who probably don't even play the game. I'm not gonna state there's like anyone specific here. I think another part of this is that there was the Return to World campaign, right? A big campaign to get everyone hyped for Monster Hunter Wilds. By saying, hey, if you want to prepare, play Monster Hunter World. And think it ended up giving people the wrong impression. Especially on PC. You guys might not know this. A lot of the people who are playing on PC now, they bought into the hype when Wilds was coming out. And what they bought into wasn't what they expected Wilds to be, if that makes sense. What they bought into was a feature-complete game that already has all of its content. That's been updated, like constantly. It already has everything it needs. And you know, it's feature complete. As opposed to Monster Hunter Wilds, which was not going to launch feature complete. It just wasn't. That's how Monster Hunter World was. That's how Monster Hunter Rise was. And that's how Monster Hunter Wilds is. And it's been this way since the first Monster Hunter. Since the very first Monster Hunter. We have always gotten expansions and like updated versions. Only like 2 Monster Hunter games have never gotten expansions. So yeah. Optimization. It was bad. But I also don't think it was nearly as bad as Cyberpunk 2077 and No Man's Sky. Oh, hello, Anthony. You've appeared for the review portion of the stream. I do think people have become overly critical of things. And I don't think it's entirely unwarranted. Are you guys' costs are rising? I understand that. And it's a lot to ask for $70 for video game. That might or might not have everything in it. I understand that is. That's a lot to ask for. Yet, Greg is a tough one. But I also do think there is a point where the criticism went way too far. Again, I'm not going to name specific people. But July 4th, there was a statement from Capcom saying that if you harass our staff, we will take action against you. And that was meant for the people who were actively And is this really the relationship that we want to have with the people who make our entertainment? Or are we wanting to treat them like servants? Because to me, it kind of. The criticism went from things that are understandable, like performance is not as good as it should be, Some of the weapons probably didn't feel that great. I don't know. I don't play all the weapons. Some things didn't work like they should, like some skills were kind of bugged. But that's not an excuse to treat the people who make these games like they're a lesser. That's not an excuse to be rude or be just insensitive. It's not an excuse to be hateful. Bandwagoners did make all this majorly blown out of proportion. I'm not going to call everyone who criticizes the game or the developers bandwagoners. Because I don't know. Okay. I don't know if everyone has played the game. You can tell from their words what they say, of course. But I don't know. None of us actually knows. I think I have. I've made it clear that I do enjoy this game, in spite of all of its faults. Because it's Monster Hunter, and I will always love Monster Hunter. It's the same way that I'm not really disappointed with Kingdom Hearts 3. Because it's Kingdom Hearts, and I'm always going to love Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I don't like Chain of Memories. I think it's the worst game in the series gameplay-wise. But in terms of its story, it's actually one of the best. I generally think Chain of Memories has one of the best stories in Kingdom Hearts. I'm sure someone is joining in right now saying like, why are you talking about Kingdom Hearts? This is Monster Hunter. But it's me trying to illustrate a point that I'm always going to love these two things. No matter what. I am here through thick and thin. Wilds had a very rough start, and I was there for it, and I'm still here. Kingdom Hearts always finds a way, true. Legitimate criticism is fair to have, although keeping it professional while leaving negative emotions out goes a far way. That's very true. And I feel a lot of people have forgotten that. A lot of people get too caught up in the negativity. Criticism is fine to have. Negative emotions are fine. As long as you can control them. Oh, hello, Toby. You came in at a weird time, Toby. Thank you though. I feel a lot of people who say that Wilds is a bad game. Also, haven't actually played a bad game. Haven't actually played a bad game. Text to speech please. Speaking of bad games, we are playing Devil May Cry 2 tomorrow. Like that's an example of a bad game. Genuinely. Negative. Toxic positivity and negative. Negativity is an unhealthy way of discourse. But it also generates more views, unfortunately. There is a reason to be that way because it gets you attention. But that's a completely different topic. That's something I'm not really equipped to talk about. View baiting is the worst. You know I should view bait. I should take everything I just said for like the past hour. Turn it into a video. And be like the state of Monster Hunter Wilds. Or like the unforgivable whatever of Monster Hunter Wilds. That'll get people to watch. The topic still goes hand in hand with most reviews. That's true, yeah. But to summarize my own thoughts with Monster Hunter Wilds, I still had a great time playing this game. I think in part that's because I had you guys. I likely played in a way that most people aren't, and that's fine. But this is a series that's near and dear to me. And nothing is going to change that. Hello, Ruka. Oh, hello. I think this is the first time you've joined us. How's it going? I still enjoy the game at the end of the day. Even if we're going to have it take a hiatus. Because we've been playing this for a year. I need a break. I think you guys need a break. Wilds itself on console is a good game on PC. It had a rough launch, but it's healing. It should be a lesson going forward. Exactly. Let me give you guys something to look at. You know, anyone who happens to watch a clip of this. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. I suppose so. Going on your point, Dave. If you look at the reviews on Steam and PlayStation, it's night and day. You can argue that console players are more easily pleased. And I do think there's merit to that argument. But at the same time, it does show the general states of both versions. If for any reason someone's watching this and you've never played Monster Hunter Wilds, I highly recommend you try it for yourself. You see how you feel about it. And you guys don't have to, you don't have to pay full price. Wait for a sale if you want. Do whatever, but Try the game for yourself and form your own opinion. On Monster Hunter Wilds. That's ultimately what will ultimately be better for you and really for everyone.
Yes.
Alright, enough of that. Let's get destroyed.
Make sure you're
I'm going to the wrong camp, but that's okay. Let's get absolutely destroyed by Megatron. We need those tickets. We need to get all those tickets, you guys. Also, hello Ronan John. You have a friend. You have a friend on your head. I love that. What quest gives that? I'll probably grind it in my off time. Okay, let me see if I have everything I need. I don't need the hot chocolate. Oh my god, we have 3 sword and shield players. I would offer to switch to bow, but I would probably die faster. Actually, should I switch to great sword and see if it's any better to fight Megatron with great sword? I don't know why I'm asking you guys that. I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to see if playing as a Dark Knight makes it easier. Sword and shield main, let's go. I have been for a long time. I've only recently started branching out into a lot of other weapons. You're Ruko's helper. You're a hammer player, so you are welcome. It used the power of darkness. As we all learned. Through Kingdom Hearts and Persona. Darkness is the answer to everything. I really went to the wrong camp. Alright, forgive me of my false silent. I need to lock in. When we do this quest, you know. Should I wait for you guys? Oh, you guys are taking the long way down.
I'll transfer the
Hello.
materials I've gathered into your field pouch. Have a look at them later.
Alright. I'll probably focus on the tail. Genuinely great sword is so fun in this game. Okay, rude. Yeah, there's so much better. When you have self-sustainment. You know, maybe we should let them, Tony. Tony, are you okay? Alright, that was my fault. I was trying to use the blackest knife. Okay, he's an angry boy now. How that stunned me anyway. I don't think I took that many hits, did I? Or does it just like automatically do that? Hey, you know what hit me. Alright, it's going alright so far. Only thing is we haven't shut off the wings yet. He's really bullying Rat Halos. Alright, that was my fault. I don't know why I did that. Honestly, this might be a better build to use against this monster. Being able to just instantly recover all my health. This is really broken right now. Especially since he does so much damage. Okay, he's really going after me. What else you got? You find it funny how everyone's constantly saying thanks in game. Funny feature of Modern Monster Hunter. Okay, there we go. We're fine. You can turn that off. Yeah, but I'm going to leave it on. Because it's funny. Alright, come on. Try and do something that would normally kill me. Oh wait, you guys got the map. It haunts you from Omega. I need to sharpen. Perfect time. Almost 70 Omegas playing Dark Knight as a self-sustain. I love playing Dark Knight as a self-sustain. If you guys don't know what I mean. I'm using mostly the Dark Knight armor. And of course, the Dark Knight sword. I have things like speed, recovery, and guard up and justice, like various things to help keep me alive. Oh no, as a party healer, okay, that makes more sense. The name of the game for this build is staying alive and tanking. Not like that, but you know. I will say, this is easier than Omega. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Tanking is a solid strategy for big boy monsters. It's not just I'm tanking, I'm still doing good damage as far as I'm aware. Also, I think I have immunity to dragon damage. Which also helps a lot. Where are you going? Megatron, get back here. Hey, Clifford, could you not? Megatron was a little swoop from my power. Come on, hit me. Hit me. You're no fun. I'm just too good. I'm too good for you. Now watch as I get destroyed for that. Tailgating. I didn't guard at the right time. I thought it was a little more delayed than that. Oh yeah, I have offsets. I completely forgot that's a thing I have. Alright, get that wound. My regeneration's down. Let me fix that really quick. I know Fee what happened. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't want to go that way. You got bonked. Oh no. We'll avenge you, I swear it. Good on you, you big doggy. I am too cool for you. Alright, one wing down. Hello. Clifford. Why are you here? Alright, that's ever so slightly unfair.
I've set a bomb.
Bomb set.
Bomb. I've set a
Bomb
bomb.
set.
Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Oh, I used that the wrong time. That's fine. It's always super satisfying to see barrel bombs get used well. Sleep bombing is a really funny strategy. You know, maybe one of us should have brought a sleep weapon. That way we can sleep bomb him into oblivion. If you guys recall when we played through Generations Ultimate, that was the sort of build I went for. Alright, he's back to being an angry bird. I have no idea what happened there, but it works for us. Oh, he's almost dead. So what we're learning here today is that to beat Arch-tempered Megatron, all you have to do is outlive him. I can't set down my traps. Guys, why can't I set down my traps? Oh, never mind. You got it. GG, everyone, we got M. That went way better than our attempts at the start of the stream.
Come on over. How can I serve?
At the very least now we can make most of the armor. feel like the chest is like the least good piece out of them all. That's right, at least the helmet would help for like Megatron cosplay.
Watch this.
I might take the male helmet.
Should I begin?
Purely for
Watch
cosplay.
Good. Can I proceed?
It also has the red eyes that Megatron
Good.
typically has.
Should I begin?
Watch this.
Good. Another satisfied customer.
Alright, let's do one more quest. And then we'll wrap things up for today. What quest should we do?
Yes.
You know what? Let's end things off. Yes. A banana hunt.
Quest accepted.
Oh, okay, goodbye Fee. One more banana to the pile. Should probably also eat again. So like I said at the start of the stream, this will likely be the last Monster Hunter Wild stream for some time. We aren't abandoning it. We're just going to wait for the expansion or if there's like another
Don't let them
major content update. Thanks for the fun hunts. No issue. However, next week, I either want to play the Monster Hunter Stories 3 demo, since that is like, you know, the very start of the game. And if I end up, you know, doing Stories 3 a lot, we'll probably put Metaphor on the back burner. Banana is a terrible shot today. Alternatively, next week we might start doing the end Monster Hunter Rise hardcore run. I know I keep forgetting to do it, but I need to put up a poll. and see what system most of you guys are on. It'll probably be between Switch and PC. Since that's what I have the game on already. But, tomorrow. As a reminder. Forgot. I'll be playing Devil May Cry 2. Because apparently, I don't like myself very much. Don't take that seriously, you guys. That's a joke. Banana. Banana, get back here. Oh God. No. That scared me. Devil May Cry 2 shall cleanse us. Not sure if cleanse is the word I would use. It'll certainly do something to us. Okay, you know what? How about this stinky? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, how's it going? He just lands right next to me. Where is he going? Where are you going, Banana? Okay, maybe I deserve that one. You know what? Come over here, Mr. Banana. Just checking in so you can't take my fridge. You win this time, Thistle. Also, how's it going? What if I take your fridge anyway? I mean, I'm not going to go back on my own rules. You guys, I swear thinking I would do that. Yeah, exactly. Thistle gets it. Oh, he's eating. Hey, no, you're not allowed to eat. Hey, buddy. He just walks up to me. And slowly circles around me. Is like I would attack you. But I'm just so tired right now. GG, everyone. Had to add one more banana to the pile. He's really such a cool monster though. I'm very happy he's in Stories 3. With that, we're going to have to close things out today. Thank you all for joining. Just in general. Not just for today's stream, but for everything we've done. Monster Hunter whilst. Well, continue Monster Hunter Wilds when there's either like a big addition before the expansion. Or when the expansion drops. Until then. Take a nap. Because biting Arc-Tempered Megatron takes a lot out of me. Biting. Yeah, sure. Biting him. No fighting him. Just remember to stay foxy everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye everybody.